Alright, what's up everyone? Welcome to another episode of the Strength Classroom. Today I'm showing you a heavy upper body workout. Starting off with some medicine ball slams. It's something that if you've checked out the past couple, you'll notice this has almost become a staple. Not this exact movement, but just slamming a medicine ball in general. Whether it's a rotational slam like this, whether it's an overhead slam. Actually, I shouldn't really say slams. It's more so throws or slams. So I've done rotational throws, rotational slams, overhead throws. You're throwing something very fast. Just like the jumps on lower body day, you are priming your upper body for fast movement. Even though the intent today is not like a dynamic effort exercise or dynamic effort workout to have the intent to be really fast. However, when you think of when you're moving a heavy weight, are you trying to move it slow on purpose? No. The only reason it might be moving slow is because of the weight is heavy. But you're still trying to push it as fast as possible. It's just not moving as fast as lighter weight would. So it's always beneficial to have that intent of moving fast, and that's why I warm up with these very light medicine balls, and my intent is always just move this as fast as possible, move this as fast as possible. That's what I'm saying to myself as I'm going through the rep, and that then carries over to me having that same attitude on heavy movements, if that makes any sense. So it's not like I'm trying to get better and clocking in at how far I'm throwing the medicine ball or how long it takes me to do a set of these throws and slams. I am simply doing that to get my mind, body, muscles, everything thinking fast. That is the whole thing I'm trying to accomplish with warming up with this. And now you have hip presses here. Hip presses are great if you struggle right off the chest. Now, so many people do paused work for stuff that's right off the chest. I'm not saying that's bad. I'm saying this is superior due to the fact that here there is zero stretch reflex. Now, unless you are pausing on your chest for 5, 6, 7, a really long amount of seconds, there is still going to be some stretch reflex that your muscles have built up. Whereas here, when it's on the pins, there is no stretch reflex. This is almost like a deadlift for your upper body pressing muscles, which makes it superior if your sticking point is right off the chest. So I just did 2 sets of 5. It's not really max, it's just a heavy upper body workout. And then I moved into doing 2 sets of chins plus 35 pounds. We had, what did I do? I think I did a set of 5, and then I did a bunch of sets of 3 afterwards. As I mentioned, I hadn't been doing any form of chin-ups or pull-ups, whether it was a body weight or weighted, just due to the fact of the hip/abdominal injury I had months back, and then I noticed that kind of bothered it, so I just focused more on horizontal pulling at the time. So now I'm starting to get more into back into vertical pulling, to be more specific, weighted pull-ups, and so you'll see a lot of those more in the upper body vlogs from here to come. Now, moving on to one-arm floor presses. Not enough people do dumbbell floor presses in general, but I see very few people do one-arm dumbbell floor presses. Now, to me, there's a handful of benefits as to why you should do it with one arm. Number one, I feel like you get a greater chest contraction. I think it's better for your shoulder movement because your shoulder is kind of off the floor. You're not locked in at all. And I think this helps with shoulder health in a way. But I just find it's a really good, you get a really good chest contraction just because you can focus on that one side so much that you don't have to worry about, let's say, balancing the barbell like you would with a more traditional floor press, which is already a great chest exercise by itself. But the one arm variation, to me, it just adds another wrinkle in there. So if you're always doing incline dumbbell benches and flat dumbbell benches, the one arm floor press is a really good movement. If you're kind of worried with you'll have to use less weight or whatever, you're scared of that, which you shouldn't be, but whatever, I know some people are. And do the two arm version. That's just as good. It just doesn't have that added benefit of you being able to focus on that contraction so much, just because it is one side of your body. But honestly, the 2-arm version is just as good. So what I'm doing here is 2 sets of max reps. Now I'm using a 100-pound dumbbell, so it's not like I'm going to, I forgot I had to do the other side there. So it's not like I'm doing a super lightweight for like 20 reps. It's going to be somewhere in the 10 to 15 range. It's also a good exercise to build up your tricep strength. I know Chuck Vogelpohl from Westside Barbell was a big fan of using these to build up his arms. He would do something crazy. It was like 150-pound dumbbells for like sets of 20 or something like that. It just blows my mind that people are even capable of doing something like that. But this is just a great exercise to do. Make sure you throw it into your rotation, try it out for a month, and see how your overall pressing strength responds to it. Now, this is when I just got into like the lower, like say, less intense pump work. You can't really see here, but I have fat grips on the dumbbells here, and they're not heavy at all. They're only 30 pounds, but I'm doing sets of 40 with them. I'm just trying to get as much blood into the middle back as possible, and I am just throwing another wrinkle in there with the fat grips to work the hands, work the forearms. It hits the rear delt. So sure, it's a low stress pulling movement, but there's a lot of factors as to why this exercise makes its appearance. Like I said, grip, forearms, tiny bit of brachialis and bicep, and the mid back and the rear delts all across the upper back. So that's why it's here. It's at the later end of the workout, not at the beginning. It's not a big mass builder, but it is something that's going to just pump those muscles, let's say. And then keeping up with the pumping theme, you have 100 total reps of band pushdowns, trying to do it in as little sets as I can. You'll notice as I get more fatigued, I keep my hands together and I just kind of like fire them out quickly. Here, my hands are separating. It's going to be the harder variation to do. And keeping the hands together, it looks like I'm about to do it soon. That is just a way to fire out the reps. As you see here, it still stresses the triceps in a way. You get better leverage because you're able to like touch your fists up against each other. But so that's just a strategy you can use if you're ever doing high rep bands. And then as soon as I was done the band pushdowns, I did the opposite, 100 reps with the band curls, except I used a lighter band and I did all 100 reps in one set. If your elbows are bothering you or you feel like you need a little bit of extra hypertrophy in your arm muscles, to be specific, try 100 reps of band pushdowns and 100 reps of band curls. Do that after every upper body workout. Do it for a month, and I'm sure your arms will grow in size. And just to finish off the workout with something with delts and upper back, there's a little bit of grip, as you can see with the rope, but just some upright rows with the rope and a kettlebell. Simple session, got a nice pump, moved a decent amount of weight. But that's all for this workout, ladies and gentlemen. If you liked the video, like, share, subscribe, do all that good stuff. And as always, have yourself a great day.